Hey, everybody. Coach Burnside here with you. I'm excited to be back today. Along with me is our partner, Coach Cox. Excited to have him from Vegas today. As executive coaches, it's exciting for us to be a part of the Gold Medal Coaching Academy and to bring out every week that we can. Obviously, the opportunity for us to get into our coaches' clips, into those opportunities to share just some quick clips with you from time to time. And today, what we're going to start out with is on our Q&A. We get questions that come in from time to time and people wondering what to do. And the question is this, is a great question today, is how can I better maximize my time? And that's hard, right? That's a tough challenge. So I don't know. Gosh, for me, there's so many things with this, but there's one thing that I do know. We all have about 1,440 minutes in a day, I think is what it is. And we're all granted the same amount of time. Now, we're not granted the same amount of money. We're not all granted the same talents, but we are all given the same amount of time. What we do with those is pretty critical. So, Coach Cox, do you have something that just really comes to mind with you when you hear this of the one thing that you like to do that you think helps you the most with getting the most out of your time?
That's a good question. I think when it comes to maximizing your time, you have to really compartmentalize. So like right now, I maximized it. I'm in a noisy Starbucks doing this video with you. So I scheduled out my time to make sure I had some time to block and to fulfill my obligations. But I think what a lot of us do is we need to compartmentalize 15 minutes. So a lot of times I look back and I'll have reminders that tell me every 15 minutes what I need to be doing. That works for me. It might not work for everybody because you have different types of personalities that like to make sure they're in control of their schedule. So for my kind of personality, I want to make sure I have tons of reminders. You might be the type that uses sticky notes. And you got sticky notes all over your car and at your house, all over your mirror. But when it comes to time, it's just making sure you prioritize what's most important. We've all seen that analogy where you put the golf balls in a jar and then put the sand in and then and you keep kind of trying to fill all the little holes within the jar. It's the best representation of time. What is priority? Put the most important things in first and let go of the things that don't matter the most, least. So I think that's where I come from is I find out what's the most important thing to accomplish that day and what are things I can put at the back burner or towards the end of the day.
Wonderful. So I like that. So for me, I think what's going to be the most important thing for me when it comes to managing time is I think I'm a to-do list kind of guy. I'm a guy that always has a list and I check it off. And what happens with that is it consumes a lot of time because I'm not doing the things I really need to be doing. Because this is what I know on a to-do list. I'll go in and find the things that may not be the most important, but I can get done really quick because it makes me feel successful, right? Makes me feel like I'm getting things done. And then pretty soon I'll get sidetracked. And then I'm off onto something else. For instance, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to clean my truck out real quick today. It's going to take me, 20 minutes. I'll organize it. And then I realize that, there's more to it than I thought. I'm going to vacuum it also. Or, I need to wash the outside also. And then it gets sidetracked. And then I see a tool. And then pretty soon I look at that tool and then I'm off doing something with that tool. And so I don't have my time scheduled out. So for me, I think it's important to have to-do lists, but we have to move those to-do lists to a calendar. Like Coach Cox was saying, let's move those items over to a calendar and schedule out every 15 minutes. So what I've learned to do for me is I have a daily calendar and I know exactly what it is. And some people think, that's old school, but it's kind of the daily planner, right? I don't know if you guys remember when the planners first come out and everybody thought they were the cool deal, had to schedule out every 15 minutes. And you can do that with technology. You can do that with your laptop. You can do that with your phone. But know what your day looks like. Have it scheduled and go from there. And I think that's the most important thing we can do is not let our to-do lists control what we do every day. And so for me, the one thing is definitely schedule every 15 minutes of your day. And even if in that schedule you got to say 2 hours of relaxation, totally fine. Totally fine to have that. So with that being said, a couple points on what you can do. If those work for you, that's great. We hope that they helped you. But most of all, our time is, I can't emphasize enough, time is something we can't get back. Time is something we need to maximize as much as possible. I strongly suggest getting a program put in place. And if you don't have one, figure out one. And if it's not working, adjust it, because this is what I know. We can always make more money. We can always buy another car. We can always, do something else. But one thing we cannot do is we cannot get back time, and we cannot make more of it. So we have to take advantage of it and maximize it. So until we meet again, remember, as always, we're coaches, and we're trying to maximize other people along with ourselves. So take this opportunity, coach yourself, and move on to that next level. Until we see you again, Coach Cox, Coach Burnside, signing off.